On. Welcome, fellow cosmic voyagers, to another crucial update from the front lines of space weather, your shield against the sun's fury, your guide through the invisible storms that buffet our planet. Get ready to peer into the heart of our star and discover what challenges await us in the week ahead. 2. Intriguing hook. This week, Earth finds itself squarely in the path of a relentless cosmic wind. The sun, in its ever-unpredictable dance, is sending us a series of energetic surges, primarily from colossal holes in its atmosphere. Expect geomagnetic surprises escalating from quiet moments to a formidable G1- storm, making Wednesday, January 29th, our most critical day. This isn't just about pretty auroras. This is about understanding an invisible force that can ripple through our technology and even our own bodies. An invisible wave already moves toward Earth. 3. General forecast for the week. Overall, the week from January 26 to February 1st, 2026 is shaping up to be moderately active, dominated by the persistent influence of high-speed solar wind streams emanating from recurrent coronal holes, well-experienced fluctuating geomagnetic conditions starting relatively calm, building to a notable G1 minor geomagnetic storm midweek, and then gradually settling down, while major solar flares, R2/R3 strong, are less likely. There's always a slight chance for R1 minor flare conditions, reminding us that the sun always holds a few wild cards. 4. Scientific background, short. Before we dive into the daily breakdown, let's quickly demystify what we're talking about. A magnetic storm, or geomagnetic storm, is a major disturbance of Earth's magnetosphere that occurs when there is a very efficient exchange of energy from the solar wind into the space environment surrounding Earth. These disturbances are primarily caused by three solar phenomena: solar flares, intense bursts of radiation from the sun's surface, releasing massive amounts of energy and sometimes launching plasma into space; coronal mass ejections, CMEs, giant clouds of solar plasma laced with magnetic field lines ejected from the sun, often associated with flares. If Earth-directed, they can slam into our magnetosphere. Coronal holes, regions on the sun's outer atmosphere, the corona, where the magnetic field lines are open, allowing high-speed solar wind to stream out into space. When these high-speed streams hit Earth, they can cause geomagnetic activity. We measure the strength of these storms using two key indicators. KP index. This is a global average of geomagnetic activity ranging from 0, very quiet, to 9, extreme storm. A KP of 5 or higher indicates a geomagnetic storm. G levels. NOAA uses a 5-level scale, G1 to G5, to classify geomagnetic storms based on the KP index. G1 is a minor storm, KP5, G2 is moderate, KP6, and so on, up to G5, an extreme storm, KP9. These levels give us a practical understanding of the potential impacts. It's important to remember that forecasts can change rapidly. The sun is a dynamic star, and new flares or coronal holes can emerge, sending unforeseen energy our way with little warning. That's why staying updated is crucial. 5. Magnetic storm calendar for the week. Main block. Now let's chart our course through the week, day by day, watching for the subtle tremors and powerful surges that the sun has in store. Monday, January 26th, 2026. The calm before the wind. We begin the week on a relatively peaceful note. Expect quiet geomagnetic conditions, with KP index values likely staying below 3. However, don't let this tranquility fool you entirely. While geomagnetic activity is low, there's a possibility of elevated electron flux at geosynchronous orbit, a precursor to potential disturbances. This is our moment of respite, a window of calm before the cosmic winds begin to pick up speed. Tuesday, January 27th, 2026. Unsettled skies. As Tuesday dawns, the calm will begin to dissipate, we anticipate unsettled to active geomagnetic conditions, with KP index values potentially hovering between 3 and 4. This increase in activity is attributed to the initial arrival of a high-speed stream, HSS, from a recurrent coronal hole on the Sun. This stream of energized particles will begin to interact with Earth's magnetosphere, creating minor perturbations. While not a full-blown storm, sensitive individuals might start to feel subtle effects, and some minor technological glitches could occur. Wednesday, January 28th, 2026. Rising tides. Wednesday continues the trend, with conditions remaining unsettled to active. KP values will likely stay in the 3 to 4 range as the influence of the coronal hole, high-speed stream, strengthens. This day serves as a build-up, a tightening of the cosmic tension as Earth moves deeper into the solar wind stream. We're observing the increasing energy transfer into our magnetosphere, a clear sign of what's to come. Thursday, January 29th, 2026. The peak, G1- storm, incoming. Mark your calendars because Thursday, January 29th, is forecast to be the most active day of the week, with G1- geomagnetic storm levels expected. We anticipate KP index values to reach 5 or potentially higher. This minor storm is a direct consequence of the full impact of the high-speed stream from the persistent coronal hole. The solar wind will be buffeting our planet's magnetic shield, causing noticeable disturbances. At G1 levels, power grid fluctuations might occur, and minor impacts on satellite operations are possible. Aurora displays, normally reserved for higher latitudes, could become visible further towards the equator than usual. This is a day when the Earth truly feels the breath of the Sun. Friday, January 30th, 2026. Lingering currents. Following the peak, Friday will see a slight but noticeable easing, transitioning back to unsettled to active conditions. The KP index is expected to drop back into the 3 to 4 range, though the effects of the coronal hole stream will still be very much present. Additionally, high levels of greater than 2 mega-electron volt-electron flux at geosynchronous orbit are anticipated, primarily due to the ongoing coronal hole influence. While the main storm has passed, Earth is still navigating through the turbulent wake of this solar event. Saturday, January 31st, 2026. Gradual retreat. As we enter the weekend, the geomagnetic field will continue its gradual retreat from active levels, with KP values likely staying unsettled, possibly touching into the quiet range by day's end. Similar to Friday, high levels of greater than 2 mega-electron volt-electron flux are also expected. The intensity of the high-speed stream is diminishing, allowing Earth's magnetosphere to slowly recover. This is a day of transition where the echoes of the midweek storm can still be felt, but the overall trend is towards calmer conditions. Sunday, February 1st, 2026. A whispering wind. We close the week on a much calmer note. Sunday is expected to bring normal to moderate geomagnetic levels, with KP index values largely in the quiet range, KP 0 to 2. However, the influence of recurrent coronal holes means we still expect elevated levels of greater than 2 mega-electron volt electron flux. Think of it as a lingering whisper from the Sun, a reminder of its recent activity, but without the force of a full storm. This is a good day for our planet to fully rest and recharge its magnetic defenses. 6. Possible consequences. These invisible cosmic events have tangible impacts right here on Earth. For sensitive individuals, during unsettled and stormy periods, many report increased headaches, fatigue, irritability, and disturbances in sleep patterns. Those with pre-existing cardiovascular conditions may experience fluctuations in blood pressure and heart rhythm. The subtle energy changes can truly affect our delicate biological systems. For technology, at G1, minor storm levels, GPS and GLONASS systems can experience degraded accuracy, leading to navigation errors. High-frequency radio communications, vital for aviation, maritime, and amateur radio operators can suffer blackouts or reduce signal strength. Electrical power grids might see minor fluctuations, requiring operators to make adjustments. Even satellites in orbit can be affected, potentially experiencing increased drag or operational anomalies due to increased electron flux. 7. Practical recommendations, 5 to 7 tips. Here's how you can prepare and minimize the effects of this week's space weather. For health, stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water throughout the week, especially on active days. Prioritize sleep. Ensure you get adequate rest, creating a calm sleep environment. Manage stress. Practice relaxation techniques like meditation or deep breathing. Monitor vitals. If you're meteosensitive or have health conditions, keep an eye on blood pressure and other vital signs. For technology and daily life, check navigation. If relying heavily on GPS for critical tasks, have alternative navigation methods ready. Charge devices. Keep essential electronic devices charged, particularly if you live in an area prone to power grid sensitivity. Awareness for radio users. Be aware of potential disruptions to shortwave and amateur radio communications, especially on Thursday. Stay informed. Keep an eye on updated space weather forecasts for any changes. 8. Important warning plus farewell. Remember, space weather forecasting, much like terrestrial weather, is an evolving science. While NOAA and other agencies provide the best available data, the sun is a dynamic beast, and forecasts can change. Always consult the latest updates from official sources like NOAAS, Space Weather Prediction Center. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and always look up. The cosmos is a powerful place, and understanding its rhythm is our best defense. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell to ensure you never miss a crucial update on our planet's cosmic journey. Until next time, stay safe out there, Earthlings.